And we are on the air with Miss Zsussana Budapest. Am I saying your name right?
Well, you could say Z, and then it's flawless, or Zsussana, which case it's also flawless.
All right. Well, welcome to Goddess Radio, Z.
Well, this just the fact that you exist is a great thrill for me, a huge, big thrill. I mean, from the depths of my heart, I celebrate you. And all of you who are listening to the Goddess Radio, may there be a program in every town, coast to coast, and around the world.
Well, thank you so much. That's what I say about Goddess Radio. I say this is this show that celebrates the divine spark of creativity as expressed by the women, and the women only, of independent music.
Yes.
Just so you know what you're getting into here.
Yes.
And we're celebrating you being here.
Well, yes, indeed. I'm Granny Z.
Granny
Z. I love you all. How's that?
That's wonderful.
Still kicking in good shape. Blessed be the fates. And this planet really deserves our attention and care. So, but there are, for example, the women's rights. The women's rights that do groovy stuff like creating images of the goddess, and then they parade it through the town. Then there is even a bitching festival that we used to do once a year to clear the air.
I read that. I read about the bitching festival. I thought that was fantastic.
These things happened, and I didn't make these up, I did reclaim them, and I did an awful lot of research. All of you who can get your hands on Jane Harrison's books, not that many out, but there is Prolegomena, The Origins of Greek Religion. I got a lot out of that because the American education system, if it goes into the Greeks, that's like already whoop-de-doo, But the European education goes way before that. And that's where the goddess is, of course. By the time you get to the Greeks, it's full of Zeus and Poseidon and all kinds of male gods, and the goddesses have been relegated to wife doom, and twin, Apollo's twin becomes Diana. Diana pre-existed. Apollo used to be just a little mouse god, but then patriarch. I know. It's like full of these little reversals and building up Zeus into this huge big golden statue that he used to have. And anyway, gods come and go. The goddess remains.
That's so very true. I have found in my own research, because I love anthropology, that what has happened with all of our history, not even just the goddess, but so much of it, is that people think history started 2,000 years ago.
All this information coming out now about planetary existence, and I just can't believe that people are still divided into Democrats and Republicans, and the Republicans don't like women have their own rights and powers, and the Democrats are pushing Hillary Clinton. Please, everybody vote for Hillary Clinton. Hillary is our goddess, the first one that is actually close to the throne. We have to believe in her. We have to push her through. We never get a more perfect candidate, let me put it that way. She is, for now, a great achievement for this country to produce a Hillary. It really is. And how the males are gnawing at her hair and her laugh and her, this and that. That's just so chafing at a woman taking power. And this lady knows what she's doing, and her heart is at the right place. And if you don't like her hairdo, don't wear one. It's really atrocious how they attack her on these things. She's not sincere. If she's kind, she's not sincere. If she's strident, too strident. It's just the Republicans losing moral ground all over. I'm sorry, I'm very political still. I did not lose an incenta about it. But if you hear me, dearest goddess, let it be. Let a woman take over at last and pull us out of this ditch that Mr. Stupid drove us into. Stop me anytime.
No, no, no. You're
I'm not
speaking so
talking
close
about
to my heart. It's
mysteries and summoning the faith. And the faith book is showing us the landmarks in our lives, and it actually has a great sense to know that, for example, when you hit 30, it's not a time to commit suicide because, oh no, I'm 30, what have I done so far? What you have done is you completed your first destiny, whatever it was we needed. Without first destiny, you don't get into the second one. So you just sail into the second one. By the 33 year, you will see the new mission emerge. And then there you are having a mission for 30 years that you embroider on this way and that way. Sometimes you put it even down and transmute it into something else around 45, for example. People don't have midlife crisis at 45. They actually have a reversal. They review what they have done. Men get access to their feelings for the first time. I mean, imagine that, waiting that long. They think they have feelings, but they don't really have feelings, not the way women have feelings. And that's all because, I call them the volunteers, the men, they volunteer to carry the testosterone, and that is a hard drug to carry around all your life. And around 45, they finally get access to their feelings and they can articulate.
so that sounds really Jungian to me. Are you Jungian?
You know, Jung was very much into the goddess. Jung was all into the goddess. He lived at a time where Beethoven was a friend. Lots of these goddess writers, Bruffaut, who wrote about matriarchies. Then the guy who discovered Troy, escapes the name right now. These people all lived in Switzerland, and they met regularly, and they influenced each other mightily, and these were the goddess people. I mean, when you have this look back into history, everybody's just making it up. I mean, nobody was actually there. Eyewitnesses are not.
Well, I'm not afraid to talk about a woman being in power. I think that in this day and age, a lot of people are afraid of it. They're just afraid of it because it hasn't happened for so very long, and they're not accustomed to a woman using power.
And it happened in England. I mean, Thatcher and the Queen, double females.
Yes.
I mean, the Europeans are not so weird about it. Here, it's all about the macho, and they're holding on to their crutch. And they think that when Hillary takes power, they get all castrated. I mean, that is the deep-seated male fear. And Hillary would actually help women and children, and when women and children are helped, everybody's helped. You know, my famous saying in the Holy Book of Women's Mysteries, there are only two kinds of people on earth. They are the mothers and they are their children. Everything else is fantasy. There's mothers and children. This is why the symbol of humanity is Madonna with child. That is the symbol of our humanity. That sums up who we are as human beings.
Right. I think it's a question of balance. I really do. And I'm not a balanced person because the earth isn't necessarily in balance. It's in equilibrium, but not in balance. And I think that when women, your book addresses so much of women's spirituality that has been left out of our culture, left out of our consciousness, left out of our world.